Being open-minded. I guess that's something that you might find yourself missing, is to be open-minded on the thing that you are building up. There's so many space that I found sometimes in myself that I'm like lacking of, right? So sometimes I might say that, no, this has already been used by someone already used this concept, someone already done this concept, so why would I go to this concept? Why would I try to duplicate some another person? My brand isn't standing to this point and I'm unique. And all this type of stuff, that you can preach to yourself pretty much, you can pretty much say to yourself. One of the things that you can for sure and you can assure yourself is that you can just be focusing on building the unique value that you have into you. I think that as a founder, as someone who's developing the brand, there's something unique about you that you're not knowing yet. There's something hidden inside you that hasn't been revealed yet. So for you as the founder, one of the purposes that you can have, one of the goals that you can have is to try and unlock this possibility and try to unlock this competitive advantage that you have over other people that don't see it. And I've been focusing a lot on like self-development stuff and all this type of stuff that helps me to like scale my business, scale my project. But whatever, back to the concept, right? So the idea was that you gotta really focus yourself. You gotta really focus on the point of that. You just gotta find the competitive advantage that you have. It might be the point of the skills that you had, like the skills that you build up. I don't know, if you're good at sales, you're good at marketing, you're good at project development, you've been a graphic designer before, like this is your background, this is something that you really like, passionate about. There's no any other way that you don't use it. Don't use it towards building up your brand. Let me clarify this, right? I was all my life, pretty much from 2023 up to now, not all my life, but chunk of my academic life, I focused on building up the skill in sales. And the skill was that, I just had to focus on really like going outside, talking with the prospects, talking with the customers, building up the skill. And down the road, it all forward to me knowing how to approach customers, how to close deals. Maybe I'm not the best sales rep ever, to be on this earth, but like I still developed the skill. I'm still really capable of using that skill towards my purposes, either in project, either on day-to-day basis. But speaking on that is that I revealed my competitive advantage. Truly, I revealed it. And I revealed it through the action. I revealed it through the possibility of finding what is something that I'm benefiting myself on the day-to-day basis and what's something that I can bring up to my project. And I talked in my previous videos that, ask your friends out if you are building up the project. Are they down to join up? Because you can delegate things that you aren't expertise yet. And that way you can just save a chunk of time for yourself and maybe like get your friend or buddy or like, colleague closer to your project. Because I understand sometimes like you must say that it's not good to do a business with the partner, to do a business with the colleague or friend. But the point that you need to have and you must have is that you just gotta focus on what is really truly like something that you're building from the ground, and for now on you can just use your skills. Later on down the road you're gonna have more skills developed. You're gonna have more skills developed. Like if you're good at sales, now you started up your project, you're better in marketing, you start to care about SEO optimization, you might start care about graphic designer stuff and etc. Right? That's what initially like brought me up, because I was like, the designs that I posted before, the things that I've done for the project, they are good, but I feel like I want to have more. And now I'm like even thinking that maybe I should just like start developing other skills, like a graphic designer. I want to draw better, like I want to do things better, because I have a good vision towards this. And I'm like, what can further evaluate my progress towards being a nice designer, towards to being the right person for this? Because I know for a fact that if I'm good at doing like designs and good at doing sales, I'm already efficient on my side as much as I can. I save time for other people, I save time for myself, I save everything for myself to not delegate this work because I'm expertise with that, right? So that's why like before I even step into starting any project, I made sure that I had another like a skill that will help me to accelerate the project, right? That skill was sales, ability to talk with people, ability to negotiate, ability to close customers, ability to be around certain networking places, ability to do a cold outreach, cold DMs. Yes, it might be like something that I thought won't benefit me in the long term, but it really did, because what I learned is that I had ability now, and I have ability now till this day to speak up with the higher prospects, with speaking up with the higher clients, and speaking up for about the collaborations, and I've seen that a lot of founders might be lacking on this point. They might like, but this person has more followers than me, and etc. True, but I just reached some founders recently that you can see on this video, and they're replying to me, and I really haven't built that much visibility around the brand yet. Like, my awareness is still kind of low, but they're still replying to me, and that teaches me concept of like, man, I gotta not to be like a proficient at everything. At least give me one skill that I can develop over the timeline, delegate other things. Don't go back to it, already talked about that, but develop one thing and postpone this thing, and not postpone, but develop, accelerate this thing towards knowing my brand, developing my brand properly, and etc. That's why my biggest advice that I would ever give myself, if I could early on, is that focus on building up one skill, get good at it, maybe not the greatest in the room, but get good at it, so you know that you're good at it. Use that skill and learn more things. And developing yourself will help you to develop the project as well, 100%. You're getting better as a person, the project is gonna get better as well. That's kind of it, it's like a short brief lately with my project. And before the Love Studio journey, I really have to speak more on the camera. I think I have to dedicate a bit more time for you guys to absorb the content and see, but I just don't want you to lose the competitive advantage that you have onto you. You gotta use that to yourself. You gotta use it for yourself. Dive into this. Build this up build this up great enough, good enough, and use that to exponentially grow your project. That'll help you down the line. That'll help you understand what can you delegate, what can you focus on by yourself, and later down the road the answer is gonna come. But now just focus on this, and I think that will benefit you in the long run. So thanks for following. If you're not following, click the follow button. We are here for you, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.